What up, what up? Hi, it's the Vibes. It's your boy, Dang. Coming at you niggas with a new segment alert. So important in Dame's world. What is the segment alert called essentially? The three A's, we could call it. In other words, abbreviated for adages, aphorisms, and axioms. Adages, aphorisms, and axioms. There has been infinite amounts of whimsical wisdom type statements in which can be applied to our human experiences that sound cliche, and most humans bypass them or just hear them and don't think nothing of it. But in my opinion, these adages, these aphorisms, these axioms were set here as jewels to help us exist and thrive in the life that we live in. Statements like, look at the glass half full, help shape your human perspective and your experiences. Statements like, just do it, even though we take it for just Nike's quote and granted, but think about the power behind something so simple as just do it. So the reason I'm here today is because I feel and have benefited from the power of simplistic statements that essentially mean way much more than they sound. Adages, aphorisms, and axioms. And today, the first one of the day, which is an aphorism, I believe, is go with the flow. Nature has its own flow. Every environment has their own flow. Sometimes you just have to sit in the realm of being and filling things out in that environment in order for you to mesh perfectly in that quantum realm to where the record is still playing. The beat of the drum ain't changed when you walked in the room. Going with the flow is essential to existing, not only for just your experience, but for the quantum entanglement, for human connection. Being forceful. Let's just small minute example. Being forceful often goes against nature. Forcing a smile. You didn't mean to smile, but you forced a smile. You put that out. You manifested fakeness to the world when you force. That's one example of not going with the flow. If you went with the flow, you would have been your natural self and not forced anything. Laugh naturally. You feel me? With no force. Another example of going with the flow and not forcing things, romance. That perfect moment that you capture with another being, it comes because it feels right. There's a synchronicity level to the moment. And then you go in, reach for that kiss with your significant other, and she already coming towards you because it feels perfectly right. Both of y'all went with the flow and you let it happen, and the universe paid you back. But when you force it, you thinking in your head, oh, I gotta get a kiss. She ain't even on that. The universe ain't even aligning for y'all right now to do what you talking about. But you want to use your ego and will to force a situation. So you dive in for the kiss. Hey, back up, nigga. What you doing? Don't force shit. That's when she bring out the adage, aphorism, and axiom on your ass. Just go with the flow. It's so many different anecdotes that I've experienced from my life to let me know, hey, I don't know what you got in your ego, but let your ego know that this world is bigger than you. And sometimes you got to sit back and just be. Sometimes you do have to go with the flow and the law of nature around you. Most of the time you do, in my opinion. All of the time you do, actually, in my opinion. Because that universal flow is a macro of your micro. You are part of that flow. You interconnected with that flow. We all are parts to this whole. And being forceful kind of just shifts or stalemates the vibration as opposed to really going with the flow. Another example of this, just being on a trip. You got an itinerary and a schedule. Somebody usually is hell bent on a schedule, right? We have to do this, we have to do that, we have to do that, we have to do that. That's fine in our construct, in our matrix, but the reality of this realm is we might not get to do all of those things. We took a trip to out of out of the country. Motherfuckers took late showers. Motherfuckers met up with people, wanted to do things. Timing has its own flow. And you have your own subjective time. The goal is for you to align your time with the timing of what's around you to create that perfect equation, which essentially is going with the flow. So if that schedule don't fit when you on a trip, and now you angry and mad because you want to force the schedule on people, you not going with the flow. Yes, we had a schedule, but that's a construct. In reality, there's a flow to be followed, to be understood. Being forceful. Think about the forceful acts in nature: rape, pedophilia, imposing your will on a young person, harm, abuse. All acts of force, and I'm not talking about force as in energy, but when you inflict your will in a way that doesn't feel natural. And this is beyond cognitive now. This is, you have to be a feeler to understand what I'm talking about. You have to be a feeler to even feel going with the flow. You have to be a feeler to understand what the fuck a flow is. We're not just in the realm of ideal or tangible. We're in the realm of energy. Going with the flow can save your fucking life. And you get that feeling. It's almost innate. It's almost a gut thing where you know, okay, even a joke. You got a joke you want to tell, and you pocket that joke. I'm gonna say this for later. Why do you even do shit like that? Because at the moment, you know, right now, this joke is not fitting. But there will come a moment in time where it's perfect insertion. If I put this joke right there, it's gonna be a hitter. Bam! Everybody laughs, hitting the building. This is why niggas like Mike Epps are so great when they do stand up. Because they ain't constructed all the way. They read in the room, they going with the flow, and they execute. In Adages, Aphorisms, and Axioms, the first lesson is go with the flow. And don't take it for heed. You heard it many times, but really sit with that. What does that mean for you? I let you know what it means for me. It's still subjective. It's still arbitrary. I just feel going with the flow means aligning yourself with this universal wave. You call it time. You call it existing. You call it the cosmic realm. But aligning yourself with an order that is already in motion. And on a micro level, aligning yourself with the order that's around you. You had a family function and everybody's happy. You go in there mad, angry. Maybe that ain't the best thing to do for the flow, because now your energy stagnates the other people's energy and it's forced. You almost, because if you're around 10 happy motherfuckers and you the mad motherfucker, you are literally forcing yourself to stay that way. Because at the end of the day, energy is magnetic and energy is like gravitational pull. If I see 10 happy motherfuckers, I'm gonna just go with the flow, whether I'm mad or not. Now, if I see 10 mad motherfuckers, I'm not gonna go with that flow. So every adage, aphorism, and axiom has its subjective natures. Don't go with every flow. Niggas is out there killing, just, hey, go with the flow. Just kill with me. You don't take it like that. But it's being tapped in with yourself and being tapped in with nature to where you know what you need to be doing at the moment. Whether or not anybody else around you know. You tapped into yourself, and then externally you can see, okay, this is exactly what I need to be doing right now. Or if somebody proposes an idea for you to do, you can feel also, that ain't what I'm supposed to be doing right now. That don't feel right. No, I'm gonna sit this one out. Then some shit transpire and you're like, damn, that's why I sat it out. You're trying to force some shit. 9:35, man. First episode. We get it cracking. Adages, aphorisms, and axioms. Every Sunday, we're going to try to hit y'all with it. This one is go with the flow. Let me know how that resonates with you. Let me know what that means to you. To me, it means everything. It means tapping into myself. and playing this game accordingly to how I'm designed. Dang.